Okay, live from my hammock in Tuscany, I'm about to tell you a story about how my Via di Francesco actually started. Because that was the part of my walk where I went deeper into the unknown. Which means literally not knowing anything, not booking anything, not planning anything, nothing. Just waking up and walking. But the first night I had booked a hostel in Verna. And all I needed to do was take a bus, go to the hostel, and I would have a bed. It sounds easy, but it wasn't easy. Anyway, what happened? I woke up very badly because the night before I had a few too many Aperols, but that was not all. I also got some messages on my phone which were not really nice. So I went to bed not in a good mood. I didn't sleep well because of that. The next morning I woke up completely broken and I thought, shit, I need to take 3 buses to Verna. How am I gonna ever survive this? I don't know. But I thought in the end I will just have a bed. So don't worry, because all I need to do is ride this out and go to bed. So I arrived in Verna, which is beautiful. I couldn't take it in because I was too tired. So I went straight to the reception. I said, I need my bed. They said, you can go there and there and there. And I thought, oh no, I cannot. Because it was a super massive complex. It's a massive sanctuary of San Francisco. It was so big that I wasn't able, I didn't know, she was pointing, but I couldn't take it in. But I didn't want to say like, I don't understand. I didn't want to feel stupid. So I thought I'll just walk, I will find it. So I started walking, I couldn't find it. I was looking everywhere, I got lost in the building. I was like, no, this is too much. I actually felt so bad that I started to cry a little bit. I was like, I need help. Please, someone help. Like literally, I need help. Like I cannot do this. I saw a cleaning lady, so I said, oh, please, in Italian, please, dormire, bed, I cannot find. So we walked, she pointed towards a big stairs. She said, it's here. In a way, I was like, oh, really? Oh, it felt too much even. I literally wanted someone to take my hand and walk me to my bed. But anyway, I couldn't explain that in Italian. So I started walking up the stairs. I opened the door with my key. But there was a second door. And I couldn't open the second door. I looked to my left. There was a bathroom. I looked to my right. There was a storage room. But then, where is the bed? I need my bed. I lost the plot. I really lost the plot. So I started walking down, crying. I didn't know what to do. I was like, please, because I didn't even know what a reception was anymore. I didn't know where I was. And I didn't have a bed. I was just so exhausted that I couldn't do anything else and just stand in the middle of the square and started crying and praying. If there's a God, please help me. I turned around and I saw a really nice lady. I walked to her and said, can you please help me? I cannot find my bed. So anyway, she came, 2 other people came, and now I finally got what I needed. They took me by the hand. They asked the volunteer. The volunteer took me by the hand, walked me up the stairs, opened the first door, yes. Then he took the second key, but this is how tired I was. There was apparently a second key on the key thing, and he opened the door with the second key, and there was the bed. And I was like, grazie mille. I was like, thank God. This is what I needed. I just needed to go to bed. Anyway, the rest of the day was quite nice because I rested a bit and I met this French guy who wants to become a priest, which was so interesting because it was perfect, not someone who needs something from you, just nice conversation, really interesting conversation. We had a dinner with a beautiful view of the mountains, so I felt like, I said to him like, oh my God, you made my day. And he said, no, Verna made your day. I was like, well, yes, in a way. Yeah, this was the only day that I planned something. The rest of the days, I thought it was a good idea to just even stop planning stuff and just walking into the unknown. Well, to be continued.